following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. We got spring kicking in across this great country of ours. This is a quote by Norman Vincent Pearl. Never talk defeat. Use words like hope, belief, faith, and victory. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. The Dow Industrial's up 251. Nasdaq up 38. S&P's up 25. Gold contract up $1.50, trading at $1,152 an ounce. Silver up 16 cents at $15.52 an ounce. Platinum down $4 at $1,116 an ounce. Copper up 5 pennies at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1, trading out of $47.14 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year up 7 ticks, 127.07. 30-year up 5 at 159.22. And King Dollar is down to $3.90 at 99.39. That's after hitting that high of 100.06 today. Euro up 56 at 106.03. And the yen down 10 at 121.37. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the SPY. Let's go take a look at the S&Ps first. What do we have inside the S&Ps? So check it out. We are coming right into the downdraft. The number on the SPY, and here it is right here. What a trip this is going to be. So the downdraft, first off, you get 65 million shares traded. You come down with 157 million. You come down with 188. The 188 level, that's what we're going into right now, folks. The number, this is just so wild how this shakes out, too. So when we came down with 188 million shares on the, there she goes, on the 6th of March. The low of that is 207.10. What markets love to do, they have to go up and test them. We've hit 207.09, and we just did it. You know, we'll see. I would have loved to. I want that extra penny, folks, because that is a true test when you get it right to the penny, particularly when you're dealing with something that's a couple $100. Bottom line, we'll see where this shakes out in the next hour as we come into this close. But what you have here is that you have a bounce on dramatically lighter volume. On the NYSE, this is what we have happening. You're running out at about 448. Well, we are at 448 right now. That's going to come in at about 650. And on the NASDAQ, we're running at 1.3, or the NASDAQ's going to be beyond belief. NASDAQ's going to run about 1.6. So what you have here is that you're setting up another B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. Gold contract. Let's go over and take a look at gold. What do we have with gold out here? Gold out here is trying to get a bid. We got to a price point out here today of 1165. We're at 1152 right now. And this little baby, she needs more volume. She needs more volume and price spread. And what she didn't do is stay above the 1162.90. And that is that's normally particularly dangerous coming into a Friday. Let's put it that way. Why? Because what happens with Friday, of course, is that you have the aspect of the market closing at 1:30 in the afternoon and not opening again until Sunday night. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. What we do first is this. We take a look at the 30-year bond. What you have with the 30-year bond is this. 10-year bond, rather. 10-year goes to 127.21. We do that with 1.3 million shares. And what bonds are doing, folks, this is no doubt a complex ABC structure in the way down. There's a total reversal in the bond market out here. We had come down when we broke the B point. You broke 1.7 million contracts. We hit the 127.21 today, which was over that day. You're underneath it, and you have lighter volume, all of the above. That's going to be wild shaking this out. USM. Let's go to the 30-year. We take a look at the 30-year. What we have with the 30-year, same type of setup. We've done 273,000 contracts. That got over the B, which is 159.07. Right now, we're still over that structure, but this is giving it up on price. We hit 160.26. This is a big turnaround for the bonds, folks. If we take a look at the TLT out here, TLT's looked a little bit stronger, actually. TLT went sideways up here. We've done 9 million shares. Hasn't been able to hold price, so we got to 128.20. We're at 127.36. But doesn't look as bad as the actual 10-year bond and the 30-year bond. King dollar. Now, let's go over to King dollar, because what you have with King dollar is this. The dollar index out here today, folks, ran up to the 100.065 level. You hit that level, and then intraday, we come off that with some juice. So when we take a look at this, it looks to me like the dollar is going to basically do something other than continue to go up at this particular point. Why? We finished the ABC structure on the way up. You had a nice sell on the way down. So right now, the 98.38 level wants to get tested. We go and we take a look at the correlation inside that, taking a look at the euro. Euro got to a price point today of 104.95, and right now we're at 106.07. Inside the Dow, it's putting the strength inside the Dow out here today. You got Disney is up $3.90, or almost 3%. You get American Express up $2.45. That's a dead cat bounce. Goldman has some juice. That's a dead cat bounce also, though. That's up $5.60 at 189.78. And you got Home Depot up $3.29 at 116. Taken away from it on the way down, you get Intel down 156. They are going to come in with smaller numbers. That's going after the October 15th swing low. Microsoft down 91. That's already broken its October 15th swing low. Chevron down 74. That also has broken it. Cisco is up 15. So out of all the Dow stocks, only 3 are in the red. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have inside the NDX 100? Bringing it higher is it get Charter Communications up 960 at 193. You get Mattel up 120 at 25. Mylan Pharmaceuticals up 288. And you get Tractor Supply up 265. Taken away in the way down. Intel is another culprit out there, bringing it down. So is Microsoft. So Intel and Microsoft, folks, are bringing the Dow into lower numbers, as well as bringing the NDX 100 into lower numbers. Garmin is down 53 cents, and Tesla is off $3.56. Let's go over to this E-mini. So the E-mini, I want to show you what the E-mini is doing right now, because this is pretty cool. This number, let me put this on 5. Okay, what the E-mini is doing, we just hit the 2065. Bottom line, I was looking for this 2065 to get hit. Why? Because this number here, this is what's so wild, man. That number is how we came down on March 6th. That's the number, right in the future, and it just whacked it, 2065.75. Bottom line, we'll see whether it can hold it coming into the close. My take here is that even with this large expansion up, we've had 3, oh, this is even better. We've had 3 separate pushes to the highs. Well, not the highs, okay? Bottom line is that the counter trend bounce. You're talking about... Anyway, we had the first expansion up this morning at 940. The second one, the first expansion on the futures, we had 70,000 contracts. Second expansion, which took place at 11:30, had 26,000 contracts. The expansion that just took place 5 minutes ago was 24,000. So you get 24,000, 36,000, 65,000. You're gonna love it. That's what you're talking about when you're talking about counter trend bounces, fast counter trend bounces in a bear market move. Citigroup's up $1.60. You got Apple up $2.14. Lumber Liquidators is up 333. Wells Fargo is up 178. The Arcadia Pharmaceutical, that thing is getting smoked. That's down 960. Some of the large caps out here, you have Boeing up $1. Let's see. Oxy's up 35 cents. GM's up 55 cents. 3M's up 260. Walmart is up 122. In fact, if we go over to 3M in a second, because 3M had come down just as quick. Yeah, and you're going up with light volume. These are all setting up B2Cs of ABC structures on the way down. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow right now is up 251. Nasdaq's up 37. S&Ps are up 25. Gold's trading at 1153. Silver's at 1553. I'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 252. You get the NASDAQ up 38. S&Ps are up 25. And don't forget, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN, we do 10 hours of live programming. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning, go to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. All of that programming you can get right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. You can also watch Tiger TV. The way you watch Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you're going to see there's a little box, mobile devices. Hit that. You're going to get Tiger TV right on your phone. After I finish my show on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have an outstanding show with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht. 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. Andy also got a great newsletter, the Technomento Commodity Report. Check it out on the front page of TFNN under newsletters and then trading newsletters. You can test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. Andy Heck, what's going on?
How you doing there, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day?
I am. I have a very busy day ahead. I have the show, and then as soon as the show's over, I got to run to the airport and fly to Dallas. I have a consulting thing out there. So,
sweet.
Busy day.
That's a good thing, man. It's always good to be busy.
It's always good to be busy, no question. And listen, today's show is going to be interesting. What I'm going to be doing on the show is I'm going to go through all the commodities as I usually do.
Okay.
But seeing as that the dollar is at 2003 levels.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look back at where all these commodity prices were back then. And I think,
cool.
some of the prices are shocking. Actually, of all the commodities I cover, only one of them was higher, and most of them were much lower.
Yeah, much lower. No doubt about that, right?
So very interesting, kind of, put things in perspective here with the dollar. And I think that the effects of the strong dollar have yet to be felt by many markets. It'll filter through in coming months. So maybe, the kind of things to come in some markets.
Oh, listen, man, I suspect what you had out here, even with Intel today, Intel's not making, they're claiming they're saying they're not selling enough chips, period. But more than likely what's inside that is that currency conversion too. I mean, the currency conversion, folks, has to be huge. I mean, we were at $1.40 6 months ago. It's like, oh, really?
Exactly. I mean, this is a frightening move. 26% in 6 months.
Yeah. No,
listen. A very big move.
It is. To me, what's going to get interesting here is that the dollar just finished an ABC structure on the way up. So we'll see how this shakes out. The first sell down this morning was kind of interesting. So it's like, are we going to get a pullback? Well, we're going to find out pretty soon. But
oh, we'll find out. But it seems every dip for 6 months has been a buy. It's,
Oh, well, listen, every dip since 2011 has been a buy.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, you could have picked it up on the dollar index at 78.93 in May.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it makes sense, though. I mean, the whole world would always blew my mind, even in being in the metals market. It always cracked me up that folks, every time that you hear that the dollar is not worth anything, okay, and you get all these conspiracy deals going, ask them where these people have been, okay? They haven't been overseas. There's such a disconnect, Andy, okay? It blows my mind, man. It really does, that they really don't understand, even when the dollar was down, what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Right. It's just always a lot of fundamental factors play into the level of the dollar. I mean, it's relative interest rates. It's a lot of things. So
it's a country full of mongrels. That's what it is.
It is. It absolutely is.
When you cut to the chase, folks, it's a country full of mongrels. That's just kind of seems how it is, man. So.
It absolutely is. So we're looking around the markets are kind of quiet today. The only thing that's kind of moving appreciably is copper, but it's moved from the bottom end of the range to the middle end of the range here. Oil's down, but we're still within the $45-55 range here. We're at $47.05 on active month April futures. Natural gas down today. We had a decent draw. from stocks. Let's just take a look at what that number was for you. They were down 198 BCF, but that's likely to be the last big draw because those numbers were as of March 6th.
Okay.
But now, about 40% above where we were last year and about 13% below the 5-year average. Really doing nothing here. A lot of these markets are kind of just, looking for direction. I'm a little disappointed with gold, seeing as the dollar came off so hard, and gold, got up to 1165 this morning. Really failed.
It did, and what you had is that what we had out here, folks, is that yesterday, inside the equities, you had big buying, coming in. That's all right, though. The equities still look good. Interesting. Hold on. So what you had yesterday, folks, is this. They came back. Yeah, this is still all right. The equities are all right, man. This is going to be interesting watching this shake out. So we had buying come in yesterday. It had rejected lower price, did it right down at the December and January lows, which is nice. And I agree. This morning, the physical metal basically couldn't handle it again.
Exactly. Hey, let's do something interesting here.
Yeah.
Pick a gold stock that you think is a decent representative of the gold stocks, and tell me where it is today and where it was in 2003.
Absolutely.
If you can.
Well, yeah,
and then
I can.
And then we'll take a look at the gold price between now and 2003 and the level of the dollar.
FNV. Well, here, I'll do two different things. What we'll do is that I'll take a couple of the royalty companies first, okay?
Okay,
So
sure.
They trade differently, folks, and this is what happens. The royalty companies, okay, end up 2003. Okay, they weren't even involved. This one here wasn't even there then. Royal Gold was, though. I remember Royal Gold because when I started Royal Gold, the first time we bought it, I think we bought it at $3, and it's at $61. Right. 1 second. 2003? Yeah, 2003, you're dealing with $18, and you're at 61.
Excellent. Let's take a look at gold here. Where was gold in 2003? It was $350.
Right.
And now it's $11.52, and the dollar's the same. It's very interesting what's going. Very interesting, kind of to look back now that the dollar has gotten up to this level, and take a look at relative values of things. Kind of tells you something.
Yeah. What does it tell you?
Well, what does it tell me about gold? It tells me that gold might be a little bit too high here. I don't think it's going anywhere near those levels it was at, but I think there's a lot of downside. I think there's a lot of downside across many commodities. If you look, like I said, there was only one commodity that was higher. Which one do you think? Just off the top of your head.
Let me see. Let me just look at all of them for a second, just in general.
It's interesting.
No, I bet it is. Okay, so if I take a look at, was it sugar?
No. Sugar was lower. They were all lower.
Yeah. What was it?
Nat gas.
Natural gas. Oh, yeah.
Natural gas. And you know what? It's the fundamentals. We've had a lot of discoveries here. We have a lot more production. Kind of makes sense. But everything else, Tom, is lower. Without exception. I mean, some marginally, some dramatically.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it is cool.
We got to figure that out. You stay right there. This is going to be good. You're going to have a wild show tonight, man.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Can you stay with me?
Sure.
Awesome, man. Andy Heck, Tom O'Brien, we want to hear from you, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. The Dow right now is up 253. Nasdaq's up $40. S&Ps are up 25. Gold's up 210. Silver's up 17. We're going to be right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 245, Nasdaq up 39, S&Ps are up 25. We're talking with our commodity expert right here at TFNN. I'm Mr. Andy Hecht, and he's going to be coming up 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time, folks, every Tuesday, Thursday, talking commodities. Yeah, so the correlation between the dollar now and where commodities are, you know, when we do go back that long, I guess that's why a commodity is a commodity, right?
Exactly. Look, a lot of things have changed, over the last 12 years.
Sure.
Production costs have changed, technology has changed. There's a lot of things different. And also, the world situation has changed. However, I kind of divided back in the post 2001 9/11 world
Yes.
To the pre. So I think that it still makes sense, to kind of look at where these raw material prices were back then, and it's very helpful. One of the things I really interesting. I met a guy last night who lives out here in Vegas, but he's a big farmer. He owns thousands of acres in Nebraska and Iowa.
Yes.
And the farmers are really suffering. And I said, why? I said, I understand, prices are low. He said, it's not so much the price of corn and beans that's killing them here.
Okay.
It's the price of fertilizers. They're sky high. And that's really eating into the margins this year now that prices are lower. So the point of that is that things really change from year to year. And when it comes to the agricultural commodities, I don't think it's as important, the difference between the price today and the price in 2003. They're very weather related. Yes, the dollar certainly has influence and will make crops more expensive to export this year. However, even with the dollar move, they were much higher the last 2 years.
Right.
When it comes to things like metals, precious metals, oil, energy, things like that, I think there's some strong correlations you can draw, and I think what it does is it lowers the bar. I think that the dollar rallying has really lowered the bar for a lot of commodity prices. So whereas the downside production cost was X last year for gold, lower oil prices, higher dollar, a lot of gold is mined outside the United States. The employment costs are lower now. The oil, the energy costs are lower now. So the production cost bar has dropped. So that gives you a little bit more downside. And that's why I think that, this is going to filter through this dollar. And as long as it stays up here and doesn't correct viciously, which I don't think it can fundamentally, we're going to see some downward pressure in a lot of these markets that are very currency centric.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because, I just pulled up and thanks, Mitch, in the den for giving us a heads up. I pulled up one of the potash stocks, and, that's not going anywhere either. So it's like this really intriguing that, it is so expensive. And what I know what does happen, folks, is that we had, the reason I know is that we had one of a potash seller in the Tiger's Den for quite a while. And he was explaining to me that when they go up on price, they can really go up on price, period.
Right.
And they
gouge.
It's right
They
across the
definitely
board.
gouge.
Yeah, right.
It's a cartel.
Right.
It's a cartel. There is price fixing in that market. Look, last year the prices came down really hard because Euro-Cali fell apart. The cartel fell apart.
Okay.
That's like a cartel between I think it's Ukraine and Belarus, potash, Mosaic,
That's right. Yep.
Agrium. That all fell apart. But the market's come back a little bit, and these stocks have recovered from that dousing that they took last year. And why are they doing better? Because they raised prices, Tom. And they're stinging the farmers. The farmers are getting double walloped here, higher fertilizer prices and lower grain prices. The grain prices we see on the screen are actually higher than the cash prices. The basis, which is the difference between what the farmer gets and the futures active month futures price, has really widened out. So, although corn is probably trading at, $3.89 and a quarter today on the May contract, something like that, I think that farmers are getting below $3.70 for cash corn. There's so much stock out there.
Yeah. Hey, it was interesting this morning, folks, if you saw this, Andy's been, educated us on this crack spread. And the guy that runs Continental Resources was on CNBC this morning, right? And he was going crazy that they were getting $30 on the crack spread. And you know what he's saying, Andy? This is really wild. Instead of saying, you know, I think you had said to us that the crack spread has gone from $6 to 30 or 9 to 30 or something, right?
Yeah. The gasoline crack went from $6.80 to 30. Right now it's $28.88.
Okay, so he's screaming, I can't believe it. These guys, they've gone up 300%. Right? And he was talking about that they're making all the money. He says, we should be able to open refineries overseas. You know, we should be able to ship our goods overseas, and we can't ship our oil overseas. This doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense because it's so expensive to operate a refinery. It's such a variable business. It's hugely capital intensive. When I was at Fibro, we owned a couple of refineries, which are today Tesoro.
Okay, right.
And that business, you know, it's feast or famine, Tom. You know, you have to take times like this when the crack spreads are up above $25, make your money, because when they drop down,
put it
you're
away,
gonna
right?
lose a fortune. You hemorrhage. You have to keep pouring money into these things, and you cannot stop them. It's not like you can turn the switch off.
Okay.
You got to keep them running. So I think that, you know, I didn't see the interview, but if he said that, I think he doesn't understand this business at all.
Well, no, you know, what I was getting out of it, this is what cracks me up about it, folks, okay? This guy's made hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. And he was basically flipped out that oil's so low and someone else is making bread. Do you know what I mean? And he felt they were making it on his oil. That's
well, you know, I understand that, but you know what? Hey, the price of gasoline, forget the crack spread for a minute. Price of gasoline last year was $3 a gallon wholesale.
Right.
It's $1.80 a gallon wholesale.
I know.
It's just a refining margin.
Sure, right.
That's it. So when gasoline prices drop from $3 to $1.80, naturally people are going to drive more. Demand is going to pick up. And we're going to see that this spring and summer, I think, crazy.
No, I agree. It's going to be amazing.
So even if oil doesn't move up, even if oil, the crack spread is kind of bullish here. You got a refinery strike. You got a million things that are supportive of refining spreads here. So, you know, demand picks up. People are going to drive more. Total mileage driven is going to increase this year.
Yes.
That means that the demand for gasoline's up. That means that gasoline will outperform crude oil.
And people are going to buy bigger cars, man.
They'll buy the gas guzzlers.
Yeah.
They'll buy the SUVs and the Hummers and all this stuff back. You got to have them back on the road.
You got to love it. You got to love it.
No, it's funny. You know, like people, the thing that the crack spread is what I love about the crack spread is it is a real-time indicator of the profitability of refining companies. That's what you have to look at it as. Right. It is wonderful. It can tell you on a day-to-day basis whether they're making or losing money. What other market thing do you have that really tells you about a big industry like this?
Yeah, because I suspect these things go 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
right.
Yeah, of course.
Until they get cleaned. When they clean them and bring them down, right?
Well, right. They do bring them down. Probably right around now they'll bring them down because what they'll do is they'll switch because you have to
from winter to summer, right? Yeah.
They switch from heating oil and diesel heavy to gasoline heavy. They'll still make the diesel. The heating oil and diesel basically the same thing.
Yes.
Gravity's pretty close. But they will switch now because they know. I mean, these refiners know that demand for gasoline is going to go up this summer. So they're going to be making gasoline like crazy. And, hey, the feedstock is huge. There's so much. By the way, there is so much oil in storage. Right now, 85% of the East Coast storage bins filled. I think in the Midwest, it's like 75%. In Cushing, Oklahoma, we have more oil around than before. So you know, it is very easy to get feedstock here in the raw crude in to make this stuff. And you know what? The storage rates are going up. There was a few pennies like last year to store crude. Now it's, you know, it could cost $1 a month. I'm talking about per month, a few pennies a month.
Sure.
Now you're talking about $1 a month to store this stuff.
I'm glad you just brought that up because I was looking at that. They had a picture today, folks, of Cushing with all the oil in the New York Times, right? I mean, in Wall Street Journal. And I was looking, I says, you know what? Depending on how long those contracts are, it's like, hey, if you own those storage bins, it's like if there's no contract, guess what? It'd be just like shipping, you know, on the open seas. It's like, hey, you don't have a contract rate? Great. Day rate, you're right through the roof, man.
That's right.
And what's going to be interesting is that if that's the case, then you're going to see more of that oil coming out because they folks that thought they were going to make money storing oil basically might not make money storing oil.
That's right. And you know what? It's kind of like the real estate business. The vacancy rate for crude oil storage has gone way down. The absorption rate has gone way up.
Right.
You know, this is the real estate sector of crude oil. Crude oil is such an interesting market.
And listen, man, you got to go up when you have the demand.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, in Florida, short-term rentals, folks, it doesn't matter what we charge right now until April 1st. You're going to sell it. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Andy, you have a great one, a safe one. We appreciate the education. We look forward to the program at 5 o'clock.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Thank
have a
you.
good one.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit tfnn.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 258. You get the Nasdaq up 44. S&Ps are up 26. Gold's trading at, let's see, 1152. And King Dollar. King Dollar is at 99.31. If we go over and we take a look at this King Dollar move and DXH, what you're going to see is this, folks. So the A to B equals C to D structure inside King Dollar goes like this. Let's go. Let's get it up. This thing is a little bit slow on me. Let's see if I can DXH5. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So this is what you have happening. Oh, this is pretty cool when this happens. So check this out, folks. You get 8 minutes left in the market, right? Now, you got to understand something. I have 3 different systems in front of me. I have Thinkorswim platform, then I have Bloomberg, and then I have an e-signal platform, right? I want to show you something. There's going to be action coming into the close here. When Bloomberg, now this is really sick. Bloomberg is the most expensive you can get out here. You know, it's like an addiction, folks. I've had it since 1994, so it's like one of these deals that you just don't give up, right? But bottom line, okay, what you find with Bloomberg is this, is that that's where all the institutions are. When orders come in and Bloomberg slows down, which it does, and I've told them this 8 million times, okay, whether it's going up or down, that is always a heads up that as you're coming into the close, there's big orders coming in. And right now, that's exactly what happened, because it's not my internet connection that's down, because I get Thinkorswim up, no problem. You got e-signal up, no problem. But guess what? There's a problem in the Bloomberg. This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out and see what kind of juice comes in this market at the end. Because thus far, what we've had is this. Thus far is that you have the bounce that's happening on dramatically lighter volume. You know, we went right up to the downdraft that had been created last Friday. That's a normal bounce in a market that wants to go downtown. Why? You come down with big volume, you go back up, you're testing the highs of that area with light volume. And, you know, that's a normal, basically, deal. As one of our targets was saying in the den, it almost hit a 0.382 retracement. In order to get up and over and get some real juice going, you need over a 50% retracement, number one. Then you need an expansion with volume, which we don't have right across all the markets, okay? All the markets out here today. Well, the major indices are going to have light volume, unless this plug on Bloomberg right now is going to say that there's huge amounts of buy orders coming in. I don't expect that to happen. We're going to know soon enough. This is really weird. Anyway, so in that structure, bottom line is that you could, coming into Friday, you know, can we get a little bit higher? Yeah, we can, but I don't think we're going to. I think what you see a little blurb up, and as that blurb up comes in, there's not going to be a lot of people that want to go home long over this weekend, you know. So we'll see where this baby does shake out. The banks, no doubt, got these things going, but those banks, when you look at how the banks are trading into their downdrafts, and they're trading into those downdrafts with a good 50% lighter volume. Same with the ETF structures. It's right across the board also inside this ETF structure. This is really strange, because normally the... Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's just come back up. So it's back up. Okay, so now let's see what we have. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so they caught up. As they catch up, we're still at 2. Okay, so the SPY's at 207.13. The number that you're going to be looking at here is 207.10. 207.10 is how we came down, and that was on the 6th. So you're at 207.13. You know, if we close at 13, guess what? That means that it can get up to 209. That'd be quite a deal, even though you're 3 pennies into it. If you're into that bar, bottom line, that's saying you can go to the top of that bar. Let me show it to you on another screen here, which would be pretty wild. SPY. So the SPY right now is at 207.11. You got, what a game this is, man. This blows my mind. You know what blows my mind about these ones, folks, is that when you're dealing with a $200 equity, it's like, how the heck do pennies make a difference? And they do. Pennies absolutely make a difference, which is just crazy. You know, we're at 207.13 and it's 207.10. That's on the SPY. Let's go over to the 3 Qs. We take a look at the 3 Qs. 3 Qs. 3 Qs a week. You know, actually, I think Terry had brought it up inside the den. The NDX 100 and the Qs are what led us higher. And bottom line is that it doesn't have the juice right now. Small caps, we look at the IWM. IWM's got some juice. IWM's 34 million shares. Yeah, IWM, that's moving with juice. So the IWM, the high is 123.77. That's saying the IWM is going to go after that. We've done 34 million shares. And let me see. I want to find this trade because out of the 34 million, that means someone came in and came in heavily. 4 o'clock. So 40,000, 20. Well, the biggest one, that was at the open, though. You wouldn't want to count that one. So 217, you get 40,000. Yeah. There's not one here that really just says that it was lopsided. You know, there was quite a few trades right across the board. Diamonds, the DIA. Let's see how she's shaking out. Diamonds, that's light volume. Diamonds have 3.7 million shares. You're coming into the 7.6 million shares. Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is up $5.50. That got some juice inside it. That is with up at 2.6 million versus 4.1 on the way down. You know, and what that is not even the bar that your benchmark is. Your benchmark is December 10th. December 10th, we came down at 6.5 million. That's where it was coming off that high. Some of the higher volume stocks out here, we'll see where this is shake, rattle, and rolling coming into the close. Citigroup up $1.90. You got Marbell up 54 cents. Wells Fargo up $1.90. Liquid lumber liquidators. That's a dead cat bounce. Don't touch that thing. That's still a mess in an extraordinary way. Some of the Dow stocks, actually, let's do it this way. If we take a look at the oil stocks, you have Exxon. That can't hold price. It's up 15 cents. Chevron's off $1.20. These oil stocks are in trouble big time. JP Morgan's up $1.13. You get Wells Fargo up $1.90. Visa's up $5.12. Oh, I want to go look at Visa. Yeah, see. Okay, so check this out, folks. Visa's setting up for a nice shot. We're up at 269. Now, it wants to test 274. You'd let it go up a lot higher, but that thing is setting up. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 262. The Nasdaq up 44. S&P's up 30. Gold up $1.90. Silver up 17. Bonds can't hold price, folks. Change the trend. If you need a mortgage, go get it right now. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. And we are kicking into spring. All you guys in the Tigers and Tigresses in the Northeast, that snow's melting. You're finally going to see your roofs, the sidewalks. That's a beautiful thing. This is a quote by Richard Bach. To bring anything into your life, imagine that it's already there. No doubt. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 259, NASDAQ up 43, S&P's up 25, gold contract up $1.20, trading at $1,151 an ounce. Silver up 17 cents at $15.54 an ounce. Platinum down $3 at $1,117 an ounce. Copper up 4.5 pennies at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude off $1.11, trading at $47.06 a barrel. Bonds. The bond market, folks, wants to go south. This is a large change of trend, and it looks to me, well, first off, the 10-year and the 30-year are doing ABC structures on the way down. 10-year today closed up 3 ticks at 127.03. Couldn't hold higher price. Setting up another, it's a complex ABC structure on the way down. We already had broken the B point, but bottom line, bonds want to go south. 30-year, down 4 ticks, 153.13. And King Dollar. King Dollar is going to be the number out here. We're going to see where this wants to shake and bake. King Dollar, folks, looks to me that we have finished the ABC structure on the way up. You hit 100.06 today. We came off that number intraday. We had a couple small downdrafts, nothing heavy. King Dollar ended up closing down 525 ticks at 99.26. Euro up 75 ticks at 106.22, and the yen down 13, trading at 121.33. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of the SPY. Let's take a look at it and see what we have out here, folks. So we had an expansion of price out here today. The volume wasn't bad, okay? Well, no, the volume's light. The volume on the NYSE is light. You did 673 million. That's like not even close, okay? NASDAQ volume wasn't that bad because what the NASDAQ did do, NASDAQ did 1.8 billion, okay? So NASDAQ itself, that had little juice into it. Now, when we go through these ETF structures, however, what you're going to see is that the ETF structures didn't have the juice in order to basically get a real sustained bounce going. If we take a look at the SPY and we pull the SPY up, what you're going to see is this. The SPY came into the downdraft, our first downdraft from last Friday. The SPY closed at 207.10. Oh, this is sick. Oh, my God. So check this out. If you were listening last hour, folks, okay, that's the test we were looking for. And the reason we were looking for that test is this. So when we came down on the 6th of March, you went from a price point of 209.94 down to 207.10. What markets love to do is this. They love to get into the bottom of downdrafts. If you're either going to, get above it and be a successful test, or you're going to get into it, reject it. We have lighter volume. We're right at it. So when you're right at it, it's like, okay, man, you're going to wake up a little bit higher tomorrow? Yeah, it can. What would have been really cool is that if it had closed even a penny underneath it. When you're right at it, yeah, I can hit it. But bottom line, this is my take is it a B to a C of now a larger ABC structure on the way down. So your A point on this, if we take a look at the cash S&P, watch how this shakes out. You take the cash S&P, so your A point now is 2117, and your B is 2039. So we're talking about 78 points of the A to B structure. The 3 Qs. We take a look at the 3 Qs and see where the 3 Qs ended up excuse me, folks, 3Qs were weaker than the S&P out here today, and that's really unusual because the 3Qs were much stronger on the way up, all the way up. 3Qs did 21 million shares. That is coming into 34 million. It came down. See, the difference is that if the 3Qs were as strong as the S&P, instead of closing at 105.80, you'd be closing up at 107.14. Now, different ball game, small caps. This is going to be wild watching the small caps shake out. This is why. The small caps today, at about 3 o'clock, ended up getting some real juice in them. Small caps, the IWM, did volume out here of, let's see, what do we did 38 million shares, big number. That is, small caps are going to be going after the highs. They're going to go after those highs tomorrow. So this is going to be wild watching how this baby does shake out. There's some divergence out there, no doubt, but that's how that thing wants to get up there and get into that level. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? We need more price spread and accelerated volume in gold. What we had out here this morning is this. Gold got to the price point, traded up into the 1165.70 area. We only needed that to stay over the 1162 area. That's where we needed it to stay over. Didn't do it. The 1162.90 is crucial, folks. Why? That's where we came down hard from 1200 to 1162 on the 6th, last Friday. So that's the number that you want to keep your eye on. If we go take a look at the silver contract, same type of setup in the silver contract. Silver, what is positive here is looking stronger than gold. And the gold and silver equities look pretty good. They didn't basically crack out here today. In fact, they just went sideways. They got over yesterday's high. They closed about at yesterday's highs. That's a decent setup. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. What we have with bonds are this. Bond market looks to me, folks, that we have a total change of trend. And it's going to be really wild if that's the case. If we take a look at the TLT, the 20-year plus bond, what you're going to see is that it couldn't hold price out here today. We closed at 127.11. The structure itself had already broken a B point. The B point that it had broken was on the 6th, last Friday. Monster volume on the break. We broke that B point, and you broke that B point, let's see, with 20 million shares. So you had some real volume when we did break down there. No two ways about it. King dollar. Now, let's look at King dollar, because King dollar, folks, okay, has been a driver in all the markets. That's the bottom line. So, what do we have? King dollar went to 99.97 yesterday. Straight line move. Today, we go to 100.06. That 100.06 is A to B equals C to D. In fact, at the break, I'm going to give the exact number right to the 100s. Then what we did is that intraday we came off that number. It actually hit that number at 0400 this morning, I believe. So right there, 1320. Yeah, 1 second. Let me bring this back. Yeah, there she is right there. Yeah, so that was hit. No, actually, it was a hit. It was actually hit right at midnight last night. That was hit at midnight last night. The high was hit at midnight last night. First leg down to 98.96. Now, what we have inside the dollar index is that you've gone into the low. No, you've gone down with a high volume spike. That high volume spike is going to get tested of the 98.64. If we go take a look at the UUP so you can see this correlation, this is the power share long dollar. If we put this up, you're going to see that's a beautiful ABC structure on the way up also. But what you're going to see is that this structure is basically over. So this is going to be interesting watching how this whole thing does shake out. After the close out here, ULTA, Ultra Ultra closed out, let's see what she closed out. ULTA. Ultra closed at 144.82. That is trading right now at 154. That's up $10. That's a big number. Nothing like selling the makeup. The comp sales beat the estimates. Their comp sales are up 6 to 7%. The estimate was $1 billion. They took in $1.05 billion. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 259, the NASDAQ up 43, S&P's up 24, and ULTA. So ULTA, folks, Ultra, this closed at a price point of 144. It's trading right now at 154. This is the cosmetic and fragrance store. Bottom line is that they're no doubt taking in some bread. The estimate was $1.27. They came in with $1.35. That's bottom line. Top line estimate was $1 billion. They come in with $1.05 billion. Let's go to Kevin in Worcester. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how you doing? Great show, by the way.
Thanks so much, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. I appreciate it.
Hey, I got this crazy little stock I wanted you to take a look at. Harris & Harris, symbols TINY.
TINY. Okay, Harris & Harris.
90.
Let's take a look. It's a venture capital investment company. So income from the investments, Harris & Harris invest a large portion of the assets in private companies in the development of new technologies. Okay, so they have 11 employees. Let's see what we got here. No, it's not the case. So they take in $400 million. That's interesting. Okay, it's trading at $3.15.
Yeah. They've got a few things on the horizon. It's been a while, but I think they got a few things ready to go.
Okay, so when we take a look at this, we put this on. Look at that. Pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, so you've been basing out here. Let me put this on a monthly for a bit here. We've been basing out here since 2008. You spiked up to 394. You just tested it. Interesting. Okay, so here, this is what your benchmark on this baby is $3. Okay, and where I'm going with that is this: the first really nice spike that you had was March of last year, a year ago.
Yep.
So you had the spike. What happened here, folks, is this. You spiked up to 394. You had 5 million shares after a long base, okay? Then you came back down, and you rejected basically lower price. You did that with 3.4 million. You went up with 5 million, which isn't bad.
Yep.
This month, we got to 385. It's like, okay, now you're going to have to wait some time again, because what it's going to try to do now is get into the $3 level. What you know what you don't want to happen with this baby is that what you'd love to see, Kevin, is that it doesn't go under the $3. And what happens there is this: the low of this equity is 251 in October. That high there, here, I'll open this up more so you can see this better. That high there is the $3 flat out. So equities love to go down and test that level, right? If you get a rejection of that level, then you really get action, man. Because a rejection of that level, going down, it's going to try to go down it probably this month, okay? You get down it.
$3.
Yeah, $3. And what you want to see is that you want to see it get into it, test it, reject it, and then you get a rejection there, then you're going to get another run to 394 and 395.
That's what I was thinking, but I just wanted the man to give me that backup.
Yeah, too much. Hey, I'm glad it's getting warm up there for you guys, man. You've had a heck of a winter.
You only have 2 feet of snow on the ground now, Tom, and everybody's excited about it.
It's
you
pretty.
Know that. You're from up there.
I have a couple pictures from my daughter's house, and it absolutely blows my mind. I mean, and you know, depending on how old folks are, folks, you know, my daughter's 31 rather. No, 33. And there's no way. Is she 31? Then my son's looking at me right now. I better know. 33. That's good. I had it right. It's 33. But she's never seen that much snow. I mean, because the last time it snowed that much was 1978, you know?
That's right. And they say we had more this time. I don't know. I still think 78 was the biggest one, but they're claiming that one of the storms this year was the record.
Yeah, I think what you had there, and if you're around in 78, folks, it didn't stop for 3 days. We got that all at once. That's what it was, right? February 8th. I remember it so well because, you know what, folks? This is a crazy story. I had a subjoint and a variety store in South Boston, and we were the only ones, not the only ones, but we had so much food, it was sick. Me and one of my buddies, we packed up before the storm, and, you know, at the middle of the night, we'd basically get over and go to Quinzani's and get the bread. So we had a blast. But I know, I'm telling you, man, it was crazy. Because, you know.
We're looking forward to spring, man.
Oh, I bet you are, man. No doubt.
Hey, great info on that stock again, Tom. Great show, man. I love this show. Keep it up, please.
Thanks so much, man. You have a great one. Have a safe one.
Hey, brother.
And you know what's going to be interesting here, folks, is that the aspect of if you happen to be in the Northeast, the whitewater rafting is going to be like incredible this year. I mean, out west they're going to have a problem, but up in the Northeast, the White Mountains, oh my God, the Kangamangas Highway. If you've never been up there, this is the time to go up there. Coming into the spring, there's going to be some beautiful whitewater rafting. You know, out west, different ball game though, because Vail Resorts. They're having a real problem, folks, and it's pretty amazing when you think about the difference, East Coast versus West Coast. You know, a lot of people like going skiing out there, but there's not enough water out there, and what that's going to affect, no doubt, that's affecting just about everything in a big way too, not in a small way. We go over and we take a look at the some of the Dow stocks. So inside the Dow here today, this is what drove the Dow higher. You had. Come on, baby. Yep. Okay, sorry about that. This continues to basically slight. There she is. Okay, so inside the Dow, what drove the Dow higher out here today? Come on. Oh, my God, this is a trip. Nope, she's not going to come up with me. Okay. This weekend, so one of the targets down to give me the weather weekend for cold weather in Boston, rain mixed with snow this weekend. That's insane. I'm telling you, folks, you got to move to Florida. You know, and by the way, vacationing in Florida is totally different than living in Florida. You know, it's always awesome, okay? But what the difference is dramatic. You know, we had a house over in the other coast for years, and we'd go back and forth, and I never realized there was such a difference between living here and vacationing here, because what the difference is, living here, the lifestyle is just totally different. You know, you're not fighting. You're not fighting. Well, in my case, you know, whether it's traffic every day on Route 128, it was like insanity. Versus, you know, you can have it down here, but what ends up happening is that the office is closer to where I live, which makes it a huge difference. There's no two ways about that. But this is still giving me a hard time, unfortunately. Wow, unreal. Okay, so what do we do out here today? Bottom line, you got into the downdraft from last Friday. We come into that downdraft with lighter volume. You're going into Friday. Can it push into a little bit? Yeah, but this is the B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the TFNN.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 259, Nasdaq up 43, S&P's up 25. And, you know, you just heard that promotion for the first mortgage program, folks. I'm going to walk you through how this works. So we have a real estate fund. We own a lot of real estate. If you come over to our website at TFNN, on the right-hand side, what you're going to see, you'll see a little box banner. Will say Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund. If you happen to be in the CD market, if you have cash that you do not need for 4 years, it's a 4-year program, this is something that you may want to take a look at. When you hit that Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner, what it's going to bring up is going to say smart investing, invest in a first mortgage. The terms go like this. Okay, the terms are that you are actually going to be the bank, that everyone else is getting cut out in between it. You're the bank, the fund is the borrower. The borrower pays all the cost, meaning the fund pays all the cost. We're paying 5% annually, paid monthly. The properties are all brand new. They're leased out. We've done third-party appraisals on them. We're looking for 70% of the appraised value. That you'll see that right on the front page. What you can do is you can look at the sample closing documents. That would be the next tag. In that sample closing document, what you're going to see is this: everything that you're going to receive, meaning the mortgage, the promissory note, the HUD statement, and the loan policy of the title insurance. The loan policy of the title insurance, folks, ensures that you are the first mortgagee on the property. Then what you can do, go right to the first mortgage portfolio. At the first mortgage portfolio, you're going to see there's 14 houses that are up there. There's 9 of them that are gone. There are 3 of them. One we're not looking to mortgage right now. So there are the 3 that we're looking to mortgage right now. On those houses, you're going to see the house. You're going to see what the exact expenses are. What you're going to see, you're going to get paid. If I pull one of these up, you're going to see this is a house in St. Pete that we did over. There's actually a main house. What's really cool about St. Pete, folks, is this. We're buying these main houses, and then in St. Pete, the way that it got developed, they have an additional garage with a garage apartment, all legal, okay? They're really cool. We actually got both of the places. So you get 2 separate rents. And this particular one here, and this is an anomaly, meaning an anomaly about the amount of cash that we actually take in. Because and anyone in the real estate business knows this doesn't normally happen, but I'm going to go over a couple of them for you. You can see the difference. This house here is appraised at $117, and that's an appraisal, not a market value. It's, you can see, well, you can make your own choice whether it's worth more or not. It is worth more, but bottom line is it's appraised at $117. We're looking for a mortgage on this of $81,900. We collect $21,000 in rent. The bottom line is that this. Here, 1 second. Sorry. There you go. Okay, there we go. I had to just refresh something. Okay, so we collect $21,000 in rent. Our taxes are $1,600. The insurance is $1,700, and then after paying the after paying the mortgage out of $4,000, that total expense ratio would be $7,400. We still clear $13,000 free cash flow after paying for the mortgage. That's one property that we're looking to mortgage right now. That property would be $81,500. We go take a look at this other property. This is a beauty. Now, this is interesting. This one is here in Clearwater. This is like a Mexican single family. It's absolutely beautiful. This one here, it's appraised at $125,000. We're looking for a mortgage of $87,500. We rented at $14,000. The taxes are $1,600. The insurance is $1,700. The payout to the investor is $4,375, or $364 a month. After paying all the expenses, we still clear $6,189. And the last one that we have out here, and we'll have more of them, but the bottom line is that these are the ones we have right now. This last one out here is a beauty. This is a single family in Harbor Bluffs, and that we get $21,600 in rents. The tax, so the assessed value on this one, the appraised value on this one is $250,000. We're looking for $175,000. The investor would get $8,750 a year, or $729 a month. The taxes are $2,100. The insurance is $2,000. The investment payout per year is $8,750. And after even paying all that, we still have $8,578 as a clear cash flow. The way the program works is this. It's a 4-year program, simple interest. If, in fact, we decide to sell any of these properties before 18 months, the lender would still receive 18 months of full interest. I don't plan on selling any of these, but the property values in this area have been not only strong, but they're going up very quickly. We don't expect to sell any, but if, in fact, we did, what would end up happening is that you get paid 18 months interest. What is interesting, so check this out, folks, because there's a lot of great statistics right across the country about the foreclosure. Now, our foreclosure rate in Pinellas County, so this is pretty wild. Our foreclosure rate in Pinellas County is still one of the highest in the country. That being said, check this out. St. Pete is getting gentrified. I mean, in a huge way. And all you folks from Boston know what happened in Boston in the 1980s. Well, that's what's happening in St. Pete. In St. Pete, the peak of 2006, we're already above the peak. Now, what's so impressive about that is this, is that in Florida, we're 37% under the peak, except where we're doing business. So it's pretty wild watching that shake out. You want another shocker out here? I mean, you know, this is really a trip, folks. Check this out. You hear a lot about Florida because the epicenter of all this real estate crash, because we bought every single one of these off the courthouse. Bought them off the courthouse, done them over. But the epicenter was Florida, Arizona, and Las Vegas, right? Arizona, there's no more foreclosures. They came back so quick, it's insane. Vegas is coming back quick. Florida's coming back quick. But check this out. Do you know where the most amount of foreclosures are right now? This is just, not the most, right up there at the top. New York and New Jersey. It's pretty intense, man, no doubt. The least amount of foreclosures, Alaska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. You know, so it's an intriguing business. There's no doubt about it. What has happened at the courthouse, which is pretty cool, is that we're still doing about 500 foreclosures a month at the courthouse. They're still lined up. What has happened, though, is this, is that folks that have had more money, and, you know, you got to picture something. People haven't been paying their mortgages in 5 years, so they're going to give up their house. But what has happened is that the quality of the places that are coming on the market right now are much better, you know, because it's the folks that had more money that could hold out for a longer period of time, you know. So if you have cash that you have in a CD that's getting turned over, that you don't want in the marketplace, and you just want to basically have a secure investment, make 5%, paid monthly, it's a great program, folks. You can check it out. Everything is on the website. If you want to check it out, then you can give us a call. Okay, now let's go back. Whoa, right there. Okay, there we go. If we go take a look at the... There we go. We bring this market up right now, and what you're going to see inside the Dow Industrials that we have now. So what put strength inside the Dow Industrials today was Disney. That was up 428 at 107. Goldman Sachs was up 577. Home Depot was up 303. And American Express was up 211. Now, inside of that, what you had is that you had Goldman Sachs, American Express, a dead cat bounce. Disney, Home Depot, strong stocks. Taken away from the Dow Industrials, Intel, Microsoft. And let me bring up Microsoft for you for a second. Microsoft was down 96 cents. Microsoft, folks, is already under the October 15th swing low. That October 15th swing low, we're going after it. Microsoft, the October 15th swing low on Microsoft was $42.10. We are at $41.02. Intel. What was Intel doing today? INTC. Intel going right after it. Intel monster volume, 106 million shares. The high volume swing low on Intel is $29.65. We hit $30.58 today. The oil stocks are already underneath it, folks. You get Microsoft, Intel going after it. The S&P, you got to get this straight in your head. The S&P, folks, is going after it. Wherever you are in the marketplace, make sure you get stops in, because your cash S&P right now is at 2065. October 15th is 1820. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.